Hello, I'm Mathilde. Nice to meet you. I'm from Denmark and I moved to the UK about a year ago. I'm an international student and I study at the University of Manchester. So today we're going to talk about things that I wish I knew or did before moving to the UK. So the first thing is that I didn't set up a bank account or a UK SIM card before I moved here. It was the biggest hassle. So when I moved here, I had my dad with me, and to register for university you have to pay your first installment of your tuition fee. Now some people do that through loans, but I am taking a loan from my parents, so I had to do it myself basically. And what they don't tell you is that you need a UK bank account to do that. So I thought I could willy-nilly use my mom's credit card with permission and just pay for the tuition fee. But no, it has to be a direct debit. And you can only have a direct debit if it's a UK bank account. So I had to somehow do this in like a few days because it would take a while to also get my card sent to me and transfer money and all of these things, while I also had to worry about being a fresher and making friends and all of those things that stress you out as it is. I went to 3 banks with my dad. He was only there for like 3 days or something. I went to Santander and they told me I needed to previously have had an address in the UK. So I was like, obviously I don't have that. I literally just moved here from Denmark. But then they were like, oh, you need this statement from the university, which I didn't have. And then they told me maybe if you go to the University of Salford, they can sign you up with a bank account like this weekend. So I was doing this like on a Friday, and then I went to the University of Salford and they told me, oh, we can't do it. Because we also need this freaking university statement. We go back to the university, we try to find the right place, we go to the wrong place first, and they say, sorry, we're closed for the day. You have to come back on Monday. I was like, oh my god, please. My dad is leaving, like I needed his help. Well, I guess I have to do it myself. So my dad went home to Denmark, and being a fresher and all, you want to exchange phone numbers with people, especially people that you live with, so that you can, you know, call them if you need to be let in or something like that, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a SIM card. And to get a SIM card, you need a UK bank account. Basically, I didn't really have any sort of data. I was trying to just use Wi-Fi wherever I went, which made it a lot harder to like navigate throughout the city. I took a picture of Google Maps with the Wi-Fi and then went there. On Monday morning I went in and then I queued up for like an hour because every other international student also needed this statement from the university to open a bank account. I got the statement and then I went to the nearest Barclays I could find, and then realized that they didn't have any appointments apparently to open a bank account. So because there were so many international students wanting a bank account, you could not get an appointment to open an account before November. And so I just went to the only like big Barclays office I could find in the center that was still open that day. It was quite late at this point. And luckily, they have like 1 space left. Yes, I have all my documents. Please just help me. Help me. And then finally, I got my bank account. But my point being is, you don't need all this stress. So the second thing is that you don't need cash. So I thought that I needed cash for things like the laundry machines, that you need coins for it. But literally when I arrived and I had taken out cash, I realized everything is contactless. Literally everywhere you go, you can pay contactless. Even in the bus, you don't have to pay cash. You can pay contactless with card, which I was very surprised by. So definitely you don't need to withdraw cash. Especially now with COVID, it's more sanitary anyways. So perfect. So the third thing is that I didn't bring an umbrella. Now this is actually a funny story. So when me and my dad arrived in Manchester, we went to rent a car, and the man who rented us the car, he said, "Oh, do you have an umbrella?" My dad actually had an umbrella with him, but it was lost in the airport. Really sad because he loved that umbrella so much. But anyway, this car rental guy was so sweet, and he just gave us his old umbrellas and said, "You're gonna need it." Because yes, I had heard it always rains in Manchester, but I didn't realize how much it was gonna rain. And I feel like this is universal for the rest of the UK, that it always rains. Everyone at university has one of those small compact umbrellas that you can stick in your backpack, because it rains every day during term time. And the fourth thing is that I thought I had to know their slang. So before I moved, I was watching all of this Love Island because I had heard that it was like a British show that everyone watched. Since then I have learned that it is not for everyone. It's very much a reality TV show. I decided to watch it to learn the slang because I thought I wanted to know what people would be saying. But all of their slang was so much different from how people spoke when I got here. So I was so scared because there was this one character on the show that kept referring to herself as we and us, as if she was multiple people. And I was like, oh no, is everyone gonna be like this? I'm going to be so confused. But luckily that was not the case. And even if your English isn't that good or your accent is really thick, people like it. People think that it's endearing if people have accents, and especially the fact that you can speak another language than English. British people love, because apparently their education system doesn't really put that much emphasis on learning other languages than English. Like, they have it for a few years, but that's it. So it's definitely a conversation starter. They're also happy to explain to you if you don't know some of the words that they're saying, or if they're using slang that you don't know. They are more than happy to teach you slang as well. It feels like they get to pass their culture onto you for them. So definitely just ask. You don't need to know it already, and you probably come across more interesting if you don't know. So take advantage of it. And the fifth and last thing is that you should focus on making friends with British people. Now I wish I knew this, because I made a very good friend with an international person, and I don't regret that at all. Don't get me wrong, you can definitely make international friends, but realize that they're probably not gonna stick around. So this friend I was going to live with, she decided to stay in Greece because of coronavirus. So I won't see her probably until 2021, which is very hard. Now luckily I'm strengthening some of my friendship with some British people, but just keep in mind that the locals are the people you will learn the most from. They are also the people who will stay in the UK. They will probably be there for the whole course or the whole time you're studying, whereas international people will come and go. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Even though you have something to bond over, just saying, remember the British people. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see when I post more content. Bye guys!